As many of you know, we have an ongoing saga with Belle Delphine, the infamous anime cat girl.
Still banned from Instagram. It seems like it's permanent.
Really?
She hasn't come back yet.
R.I.P.
Wow.
You know, and I saw only on Twitter she posted a really cryptic, like, she just posted numbers, an image of a number. And I have no idea what.
It was a countdown. She was like...
To what?
Well,
Nothing happened.
It seemed to stop at the time that she got banned. So maybe she stopped.
It would happen after she was banned, I thought.
Really? Here, I'm going to go check right now.
But at any rate, she had sent us a care package in a video, you guys may recall, of her drooling and spitting and licking and a jar of spit that she sent to us. And we had noticed when we opened to smell it that it smelled strangely of alcohol, like very, very strongly of alcohol. And we had theorized, well, I wonder if it fermented. But that didn't really make sense because you need sugar in the fermenting process. There's a lot of things that have to take place for alcohol to be fermented, because alcohol is the byproduct of bacteria eating sugar of some type.
Oh.
That's why you get alcohol from grapes or potato or grain. Bacteria feeds on the sugar, and the byproduct is alcohol. Oh, Dan says the countdown stopped the day she got banned. Oh, man. That must have really hit her hard, huh?
I mean, it's probably...
What does it mean? She knew she was going to get banned? I don't... What was the countdown?
It said 5, 4, 3, and the 3 was posted was the day she got banned. And then it just stopped after that. She seems to have just completely withdrawn from social media.
You know what happened? She flew way too close to the sun, man. She, like, all of a sudden, everyone was talking about her on the fucking...
I mean, on the news, yeah.
I mean, Howard Stern was talking about her. She flew too close to the damn sun, and her pasties melted right off. And Instagram wasn't down.
But was she posting, like, pornographic kind of content?
No, she was always covered up. I mean, well, borderline.
Borderline.
I mean, her nipples were covered, but I mean, she skirted as close to that line as possible, you know. But her account was up for a long time. As far as I'm aware, it was verified, too. She had a lot of followers.
It's no coincidence she got banned right after all the media attention.
No. Yeah. She definitely just got too popular too fast. But her Patreon's up, and her means of supporting herself is her Patreon, which is still up. And as far as I could tell, gained a lot of new supporters since all the new coverage.
I'm sure.
So, anyway, she sent us spit. And, well, I got this interesting email in our podcast at H3H3 Productions fan mail account. I'm going to read the email to you. And then, when I'm done reading this email, I'm going to apply this alcohol testing kit to her spit. And I want to see if we can't learn some new things. Okay? From Laura. She says, totally bizarre subject, but I had to write in with some factoids after hearing you guys state that Belle Delphine spit smelled strongly of alcohol and comments that it was likely fermenting. Spit does contain an enzyme called amylase that can break down unfermented carbohydrates into sugars, and there is an ancient method of making alcohol that involves spitting. But our mouths do not contain yeast. If they did, say in the case of an oral yeast infection, the Candida albicans is not anywhere near the amount of yeast needed to kickstart any type of fermentation on its own. The booze above is made by boiling corn or rice, chewing it, spitting it out, and continuing the recipe. Or have the sugars needed to begin the fermentation process. Sugar is a crucial step in fermentation. If you look at the video, it's clear she has something aiding her while she spits. Some parts are just too watery to be spit.
I had that thought too when we were watching. Like how
there was a lot.
So much
Maybe
liquid?
I should show the video as I discuss it. Yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna get into it. Just got time for this shit. Yeah, there was a lot of spit, and I was impressed too. I was like, God, that must have taken a long time to produce that much spit. If you look at videos, there's just clearly something aiding her spit. Some parts are we should show it. Let's show it.
It's on your computer?
Yeah, it's on my computer.
It's on the desktop.
Now, this one was safe for consumption, right? I mean, we didn't get in trouble for the last
Yeah,
time we did.
no, it seemed to be fine.
So here it is again. I'll read this email as this goes. And Zach, feel free to beat off now that you're single.
10-4.
So, I mean, that's real spit. That's definitely spit. But then all of a sudden, there's like a ton of it in the glass. Like if you look at the glass, there's a cut, and then the volume increases a lot.
God, so stupid.
So
Yeah,
right there,
Yeah.
right there.
That's a lot more.
Yeah.
And it's very watery.
So right there, I'll pause it right there.
Yeah.
Like suddenly at this point, I'm really analyzing this, but I think it needs to be done. Yeah. So, dude, people would pay just for this frame. But I think at this point right here, like that's all spit. And then here, there's a ton of liquid in it.
Yep.
So I think she just poured
Something.
something or had liquid in her mouth and spit it in to increase the volume. Some parts are just too watery. And anyone who does have a DNA test knows it takes a long time to fill up a tiny vial of your mouth. I've zeroed out that if you received primarily was not spit, if you're smelling alcohol, that's because there's actual alcohol in there. 0 chances due to fermentation, unless she added a pack of Fishman's yeast in there. Fleischmann. Sorry, Dan. Apologies to Dan.
No, apologize to Mr. Fleischmann.
No, I'm not apologizing to Fleischmann. He's fine. He doesn't need an apology. Simple way to know is if you go on Amazon and buy some cheap tests, there are little strips that look like cheap pregnancy tests that you can swirl in the liquid and it'll come back positive or negative. I personally don't think she would send you anything that actually came from her body because of the fact that she or her manager would be concerned that somebody would just do that. A drug test, STD test, 23andMe test on it. You can find out an unbelievable amount of info about a person just from their spit. And if they had any common sense, they would send a substitute. In college, I did work for a lab in Boston that did an array of genetic testing, and spit still looks like spit when received, even months later. Interesting. Especially if it was an airtight jar similar to what Belle sent you. I bet my right arm this was a bait and switch and that you were sent a solution of whatever she had around her house, and she thought she could pass it as spit. Likely alcohol mixed with something else. Love the show, and congrats on the baby. So this person, first of all, I'm fucking outraged if this is true. I want a new jar of spit. Well, what I can tell is that looks like it's partially spit and then some other alcohol. So let's grab the jar.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what are we doing with this? This is so foul. This is so foul, you guys. It's starting to get like chunky in there, and there's chunks in there, dude. That is fucked.
Oh, what?
Yeah, dude. There's shit growing.
Area 52.
There's literally shit growing in here now.
Does it still smell?
For
There's
real?
air bubbles.
There is a little creature.
There's a fat
in there.
air bubble.
Does it smell?
Well, I haven't
Wait,
opened it
man,
yet.
it's closed. Hold on,
Gross.
Zach.
This is gross. So from what I can tell, there is spit, and this is gonna be interesting because what this test is a saliva screening test for detection of blood alcohol. So this is for like seeing if a person is drunk or not, and the way that it measures. It doesn't, like if you put it in just a pure alcohol or beer or something, it'll be so dark that because here it measures like 0.02, 0.04, 0.08, 0.3 percent alcohol, which is very little. So if you just took a glass of water and put like a drop of alcohol in it, that's what this measures. Anything more than that, it would just go dark. So if it shows up on this, it means that it is such a small percent of alcohol that it's likely from the result of her drinking it and not just pouring it in. You know what I mean?
So you put it in there for 5 seconds, then remove,
This is so gross.
and then you wait 2 minutes to compare color.
Yeah. And I got a timer ready back here.
Oh.
So here we go. Okay. So how long do I swish it for?
Just 5 seconds.
You don't swish it, you just put it in
Just
there.
dab it. Oh, God, this is so gross. I feel like I'm gonna get a undiscovered STD. Like we're breeding a new STD in there. A lot of air came out.
Yeah, was it hissing?
Yeah, it hissed.
So 5 seconds.
Okay, take it out.
Yeah, that should be good.
Oh no, my finger touched the liquid inside. So it's already turning green.
All right, I started the timer.
Actually. Ooh, it's vinegary now. Yeah, it's got a vinegary smell now. It's gotten a little sour. Oh wow, it's coming in really dark.
So now you compare it to the colors.
Yeah, so we're gonna let that sit. But
Yeah.
so there's definitely alcohol in it. The question is, how dark is it? Because basically that'll mean was she drinking at the time and spitting it in, or did she just pour alcohol in here for some reason?
Yeah, if it gets like completely solid green, I would say she just poured it in.
Which kind of makes sense if you want to just make sure we can't do anything weird with their spit, like analyze it. But
Oh, to like sterilize it. That's an interesting theory.
But the thing is, I can tell you right now, looking at this strip.
Well, it's not sterile, too.
Hold on.
It smells like that.
Why are we doing this? I don't know why we're doing this.
We are doing this for
This is for science.
Laura.
Man.
Oh, for Laura, right. For Laura. Well, I thought the email was so great, and I just couldn't. So I can already tell you that this color is coming in not at the darkest level that would indicate that it was just poured in as alcohol.
That's
what
getting
this
there.
This is indicating to me is a blood alcohol level of about 0.8, which means she was definitely drinking alcohol. And I think that what she gave us, what I think this indicates, is that it was spit and she was just drinking alcohol at the time. I mean, I find it very unlikely that she would have just combined water with, 0.8% alcohol. That's not likely, right? I mean, that's impossible.
We're still waiting for 2 minutes, right?
We just hit it.
Just hit it?
So, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, we're at whatever it's at now is...
So let's
it's definitely
show-
not the darkest color.
Can you see it on camera?
It's basically a notch above the darkest.
So
No, it's there. It's right there.
this one.
No, it's dark.
one?
Yeah, that one.
Hand it back to Ethan.
Oh. So here we have it. And this is scientific here, right from the, yeah. What do you guys think?
We'll put it next to the one.
I think it's,
Yeah, it looks like the 0.08 to me.
yeah, 0.08. So that's way too specific of a gauge. So what do we end? Is my analysis correct, do you think? So
I think she was drunk.
You think she was drunk?
How old is she?
I think she's yeah. Also in UK,
Actually,
they
in the
don't
UK,
give, they just give
it's like
people,
Israel, right?
they give people
18.
beer at like 6 in UK. No, but I think she's over 21 anyway.
Yeah.
Even though she looks 12.
Yeah.
So is she drinking to help get it going?
So why?
But is 0.08
why
drunk?
would
How
she
drunk
be
is that?
Drunk?
0.08 is the legal limit to drive here in the United
Oh, so
States.
she's like one drink.
I think it's 2 for an average size.
Why would she
person.
be drunk? She's having a good time. She's a young girl and she's having fun.
I guess why not?
But it's too liquidy. I don't know. I'm confused. But it's possible, she was probably mixing her saliva with liquid in her mouth to produce more.
Gross.
So, Zach, how are you feeling at this current moment?
I'm a little disappointed, to tell you the truth.
Well, there's definitely spit in there.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah. So, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah,
I think
we
you
get
gotta,
it.
you
Really?
be drunk to do something like that, you know?
There you have it. I don't know what we
I
proved
feel
or
like
why
this
we
is
did
just
it.
more confusing.
Yeah.
It just adds so many more questions.
It's getting darker, but we
But
missed
it
our
says
time.
2 minutes.
Yeah, we missed our time. I think if you dipped it in actual alcohol, which we can test. Dan, bring me in a shot of alcohol.
All right.
Pure alcohol, and let's do a test and see. Because I have a feeling that's just going to go immediately green, dark, like, pfft, Well, we're at the bottom. I don't know what's the point of this even. We're just trying to basically... Well, I anticipated being trolled, right? And I didn't want to be bait and switched. I did not want to be bamboozled by her. And so I feel like we're getting to the bottom of this. This is important. So what do we have here, Dan? Grey Goose, good. So now we have pure alcohol, not pure alcohol, but vodka. And I'm gonna dip this in, and we're gonna see. I think it's gonna go
1,
pure.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if this. Well, it's going green quick. That's for sure. But if it ends up the same as hers, then that'll be really confusing.
That'll be, yeah.
No, it's going dark. You can see.
That's gonna because it's.
You can see.
Oh
it
yeah,
already.
that's the dark.
That's going super dark.
Yes.
Hers didn't do
Maybe
that.
show them next to each other.
But again, see, this one's been.
Right, it's been getting darker. But
I mean, that's.
It does say to only wait 2 minutes. It
Yeah.
might just continue to dark.
Yeah, it does. But it definitely don't look like that.
we can put it against this. I think you need the
Right.
here.
So this one, you can see, even after just like a minute, the difference. That's pure alcohol.
Yep.
Can you see it, Dan?
Yeah.
Well, you guys trust me. So I think that proves that we weren't bamboozled in some way.
Seemingly, that would prove there's some spit in there, some percentage.
So thank you. So then we're going to continue the saga. We should get the 23andMe report back in about a week. No, I'm kidding. I would never do that. It's funny. In this email, Laura says her or her manager would never send spit. I don't think I would have thought of that had I been in her position. Do you think they would have considered that? I'm not sure they would have.
I don't know. I feel like maybe not at first, but then you would start to think, wait, should I not do
That's
this?
probably
and
something
then you
she's
start
thought
thinking
about a lot
it.
more than me. Meaning, she probably has mailed spit before,
Oh.
and then it had probably occurred to her that
Wait, we're not. I thought we were special with this.
feels like the first time.
So we have many more tests here. How do we use this?
Well, next time we're drinking in here, I think we should administer ourselves to see how drunk we are.
That's a good idea.
Because it's forced saliva. You put it in your mouth, and then it tells you how drunk you are. I guess. But look at this shit. It's like black. It's literally black after 2 minutes.
It is. Oh
So
my
just
God.
to show you. Yeah. It's black, dude. That's
Whoa.
like you're dead. If that's your spit, you're fucking dead. Yeah.
Oh, you're dead.
They should have a one for black that just says you're dead.